And good evening and happy New Year's. We're live here at Lakewood Stadium, home of the Minority Coaches Association of Georgia Senior Bowl Classic. I'm Bo McMichael with Adam and Collins and Craig Chapman, and my mouth is not working that fast, but we're doing the best we can with what we don't have. Tonight's battle is the Atlanta Public School System, the gray team, versus the Clayton County the blue team. We got to come up with nicknames for them next year. This is the second annual Senior Classic Bowl. Glad to have everybody with us. We just had a great 4-overtime matchup between Muskogee and South Fulton, so everybody's just trying to get their bearings. So you do the best you can with what we don't have. We did have the coin toss. At this point, I want to introduce our two announcers. They're going to take the game away and let you enjoy it so you don't have to listen to me babble as much as possible. Adam Collins, Craig Chapman, gentlemen, Happy New Year. How are y'all both doing tonight?
Winded.
Other
than that,
the bleachers make you feel like what? What are these? Does this feel like you're climbing Mount Vesuvius right here, man? What's going on, man?
It's pretty bad.
We had to move the sun to get to the press box.
I tell you, man, it's understandable. Well, the kickoff's about to get started. We are going to have instant replay, little John Madden telestrating for you as the plays go on. If we have an opportunity, we'll be keeping stats. Hopefully the rosters are as best we can. We apologize if we kill your name. Go ahead and chat us if we do. That we'll try to get it corrected as we go. But looking forward to this wonderful matchup between Atlanta Public School Systems and Clayton County. I'll chime in at the end of the first quarter and give you a little insight on Clayton County and APS and what those high schools did this past 2018 season. Gentlemen, take it away.
All right, here we go. Clayton County lining up for the kickoff. Unlike most all-star games, pretty much everything is live with the exception of you cannot rush kicks. Would you say that's accurate?
I am all in agreement, and my mouth doesn't work either after climbing up Mount Vesuvius, as Bo said. Looking forward to this matchup. I can tell you from the Clayton County perspective, if they can get the football off, if they have protection, I feel sorry for the APS secondary. There's some studs playing wide receiver for Clayco.
Well, I'll tell you what, if it's anything like the last matchup, just when we thought it was over, it ended up going to 4 overtimes. It's 14-0 Muskogee County with 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and again, 4 overtimes.
Well, 4 overtimes, it was nice in the first game. Just like we said in the first game, there's not another football game you'd rather be watching today. So, might as well just stick with us and enjoy these athletes that one day they may be playing on this Saturday in a game that's not as important as this one, you know what I mean?
Lewis Grievous lining up to kick for Clayton County. And back deep for South Fulton, or sorry, back deep for APS, or people who won't show me their numbers. Well, our vantage point is very high, yet the angles are not very good to us.
At least the Clayco team has white numbers. That's a benefit.
Well, the numbers on the APS jerseys, especially on the backs, are good. The problem is a lot of these kids stuff their jersey in their back flap or roll their jersey up. Number 2, Tony Jones deep for APS, and one of Tony's friends. That is one of the great things about these games. It is a real bonding experience for the kids because you come from these places where they all know each other, but they spend all their time competing against each other.
That's right. It'd be nice if they could set the clock so we could play this game. Oh.
And Tony's friend, number 7, Juan Powell from Douglas High School.
Tony and Juan.
Clayton County, the small county south of Atlanta. Clayton County is a great place for high school football. It's a great place for high school football.
Yeah, Coach Collins, from the idea of filler, you can't feel on that part. I said, man, talk about Clayton County. You're like, Clayton County located right below Fulton County. No, when I talk about that, the head coach of Clayton County's team is who?
That's Weeks.
Yeah, Jerome Weeks out of Morrow. Morrow actually had a really this their first season in this new region. They went 3-7. I talked a little bit about before. You have Lovejoy Wildcats, the Riverdale Raiders, the Mundy Mill Tigers, the Morrow Mustangs, the Drew Titans, the North Clayton Eagles, the Mount Zion Bulldogs, the Forest Park Panthers, and the Jonesboro Cardinals. 3 or 4 of those teams made the playoffs. Nobody achieved past the first round this year. We had, out of all the teams, this is the lowest in percentage, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to talk off the cuff here real quick without looking at yes, we have a 36% win percentage out of all the counties, the 4 counties that are playing in these all-star games at this point. So it's a matter of very interesting in the sense of where this county is compared to Atlanta Public School System. We'll have an opportunity to talk about them here in a minute. We do see the scorekeeper just came back in, so he's going to put 12 on the clock. I'm going to hand it over to the filler of all fillers, Adam Collins and Craig Chapman, and let them take it away. Let's get ready for some football. Clayton County's kicking off to APS.
Juan and Tony.
Down by the schoolyard?
I think that's Julio.
Where?
All right, here we go. Grievous comes up. There's the boot, and it's a high spinning kick, going to be fielded about the 12-yard line. Oh, there's a hole, and there it goes, baby. There it goes. Lewis is not going to catch him. It's not going to happen, Lewis. And just like that, and if I'm not mistaken, that was number 2, Tony Jones, in the end zone right there. Man.
88 yards for a touchdown, and it took all of 12 seconds to get our first points of the game.
I tell you what, last game points were kind of hard to come by. This is not the case right now. Yeah, it was indeed Tony Jones on the return right there. I tell you what, they did a nice job blocking, but he made a couple of really nice cuts, and it was him and Louis Grievous, and I'll just say from personal experience, kickers are not the best defenders. And let's keep the 12th man on the sideline.
There it is.
There he is. The snap, hold, kick is up and good. Nice boot right there.
And 12 seconds in, it's 7-0 APS.
All right. There we go. Teed up. Mr. Grievous is going to come. He's going to have a pretty good kick right here. Nice high spinning kick. Fielded at the 12-yard line by Tony Jones. And you'll watch right here the seam that is right there. They've got everything walled off. You see this pile of people right here. And then there he goes. He makes one cut. And then nobody to beat but the kicker.
That's just a lonely feeling when you're the kicker and you're the last person.
Never been the kicker, but yeah, I would think so.
Unfortunately, I have been the kicker in that stance. With a guy by the name of Patrick Pass running at me.
So APS lines up number 35, Jack Breedlove from Jackson, getting ready to kick. Who is that from Morrow? What number is that?
Can't see. I'm at the wrong angle.
21. Monalico Edwards. Nope, that's wrong. 21. It's fielded right there at the goal line.
It gets
coming around the right edge. He's going to stutter, try to come back. Just get what you can get.
16-yard return right there.
Tavius Clemens on the return from Morrow High School. But it's decent starting field position. You know, you're not stuck deep. Keys to the game. Clayton County's got to be able to protect. If they can protect, they've got some dogs that can run.
Yes, they do. Down
that sideline, some receivers. And, of course, like any all-star game, the quarterback-center exchange is going to be huge. But the game up front will be the determining factor.
Got Chris Clark's going to start at quarterback. I think he's from Morrow High School, Coach.
Indeed he is. There's a snap. Little RPO action.
Quick screen to Dayton Wade.
And there he goes. Throw and catch right there.
Gain of 16 on first down.
What did you say the quarterback's name was, Coach Chapman?
Chris Clark.
Chris Clark. Do you see what number he's wearing?
I think it's 16.
No. Oh, 7.
Tells you how bad my eyes are.
Yeah, 16, 7. What's the difference? All right, that's Sniffer back with a slot to the right-hand side. Sniffer back also to the right. Just stick it in there. Pass intended for number 1, Jalen Lay from Riverdale. Going to fall incomplete right there.
Going to bring up second down and 10. It looks like 2 kind of RPO style plays to start the game off for the Clayton County offense.
Well, that is definitely where offense is headed. You know, the idea that you can pick and choose. But nice representation of the county right there, you know, as far as like the way the offense is set up. Clark under center. Quick give up the gut.
Gain of 1 right there.
Ball carried by number 26, Zakiya Scott. Short gain.
Going to bring up third down and 9.
So much easier when you just score on special teams.
It is. I'd look for shallow cross right here.
You think so?
You know, I would. I know the guy calling plays, so
It's a good guess.
it's a guess, but
Doubles. Clark moves the back, dictating some protection right there. Oh,
wow.
and swarmed under. I think I remember the kid that plays quarterback for them.
Yes, you do.
He worked out with us for a little while. He's quite the player.
He's pretty good.
All right. Force Clayton County to punt right here on 4th and 17.
We'll see if they cover the punt better than they cover the kickoff.
Well, here's the hoping. The punt rules are kind of funky. You can't rush the punt, but you can return the punt. There's a snap. And there's the kick, and I'm not sure everybody knows that you can return the punt because nobody's moving.
At all. And it looks like they're not going to return the punt.
Okay.
All right.
That's interesting.
Okay.
I see the defense circling up down here. For APS, I see lots of maize helmets.
Yes, I do too.
And I tell you what, that's got to be nice when you got a unit that's used to working together for the most part. And you just sprinkle in talent from other places.
So they got 1st and 10 from their own 27 right here.
I'm sorry, the offense. I don't know what I'm thinking. Or maybe I'm just not thinking. Doubles look for APS. 1 hopper snap.
Got a guy down the seam.
Oh, and almost got picked. I tell you what, man.
Pressure.
Yep, that'll do it.
If they didn't have pressure right there, that might not have been might have been 14-0.
That's not what you want. You don't want to give up big plays. Good pressure up front, though.
2nd down and 10 right here. So far after the initial fireworks and, you know, Clayco jumping off with a 16-yard gain on first down, it's kind of settled down right here.
Doubles again for APS. Quarterback in the gun, back offset to his left. Sorry, to his right.
Wow.
He's going to come back right. Started off right and went left and came back right.
Gained about 3 on that. Nice job of
making something out of nothing
yes,
right
sir.
there.
He did. So we got 3rd down and 7 right here.
Here we go. Doubles again. There's a snap. Quarterback drops. He rolls to his right and is going to be cut down rather quickly.
They brought everybody.
I'm trying to get a number right there. Look like the end from the 28 on the play. That's going to be Ricky Thompson from Morrow. Nice play right there. And so APS goes 3 and out.
Loss of 9 right there.
There's a snap. And a spinning kick. Going to be fielded at the Clayton County 41. And so that's where they'll start.
So we've kind of slowed down here. Let's see if what Clayco's got for us on their second possession.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. It was like super excitement to start, and then it's kind of geared down here.
Mm-hmm.
Any key players to look after when you're talking to the coaches?
Yeah, quite a few actually. Defensively for Atlanta Public Schools, DeQuantius Watts, Juan Powell, Jaquez Evans. Oh, my bad. There we go. I get sidetracked sometimes.
Gain of 3 on 1st down. It's going to bring up 2nd and 7 for Clayton County.
Clark in the gun. Tavius Clemens directly behind him. Doubles look for Clayton. There's a snap. Quick RPO. Ball thrown. Whoa.
Fumbled.
Yep. Ball caught by Jalen Lay. Lost, recovered, and then lost again. And Atlanta Public Schools recovers. That was number 29 for Atlanta Public Schools on recovery right there. That's Jahir Russian from South Atlanta High School. So here comes APS again, and with a short field.
Starting at the plus 43-yard line. Bunch set. Sudden change after a turnover, Coach?
Yep. Shenanigans. There's a snap. Quick give around the left side. He's got all kinds of room.
Man, it's hard to tackle this guy.
Yeah, that's the carry by number 2, Tony Jones. If you remember, if you are joining us late, Tony Jones had an 88-yard touchdown return to start the game. Tony out of Carver.
Picked up 6 right there. We're going to bring up 2nd and, well, it looks more like 7 is going to bring up 2nd and 3.
Doubles again. Jones in the backfield. There's a snap. Quick RPO action. Ball thrown out to number 9. That's Justin Bronson out of Mays.
No gain on the play, so it's going to bring up 3rd down. They said he lost a yard, so it's going to bring up 3rd down and 4.
I'm waiting on Jaquez Evans to run. Number 8, quarterback. New running back in. Juan Powell. Evans drops, surveys the field, and then there he goes. There he goes.
He's going to get a 1st down.
Well, they say he's a little short.
Wow, they did. A guy on our sideline down here saying he's got the 1st down, but I think I'm with you. He's telling him 1st down.
Whose band is that?
APS.
They are loud, buddy, loud. It's one of my favorite parts of football. Doubles look again. Juan Powell in the backfield with Jacquez Evans. There's a snap. It's a low snap. And
going to call offsides.
Offsides on Clayton. Well, so far it's been kind of a defensive game.
Mm-hmm.
Really, right now, so far, the progress has been you've had a pretty decent run. The big return, and then kind of penalties and defense.
Yes. We had the one big pass play for Clayton County, and then since then we've been kind of stuck in this mode right here. But here we go.
There goes Juan Powell down the sideline. He's run out of bounds by number 32, Khalil Murray from Drew. And is it first? It's first and goal. Those cats know they don't need the. There you go. I wasn't sure if they knew they needed the sticks or not. Trips bunch.
Zone to this side right here, Coach.
To the left side. There's a snap.
Oh, quarterback kept it.
Quarterback kept it. Jacquez Evans spins back inside. Goes to the 2-yard line. Pick of about 7. Juan Powell comes out. Tony Jones comes in the game.
So what you got right here? You've shown them just about everything you can in the run game right here.
Like you said, Tony Jones zone to the left.
Okay.
Trips bunch left. And there's the give to the zone to Tony Jones, and they're going to call a hold right there.
It would have been a 2-yard touchdown. But I agree, Coach. They're going to bring that one back.
I think they're going to get what number is this guy? These jerseys being rolled up. I can't see anything.
Left tackle.
Well, that's going to bring them back. It's a spot foul.
Wow.
So.
Goodness gracious.
Yikes. Second down and goal from the 19. That doesn't help.
No, it does not.
Now, I will say I was watching them warm up, and APS has a pretty good kicker.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Jack Breedlove.
See if they get him on the seam route, right? They had him on the first play from this scrimmage.
Looks like they're checking at the line.
Looks like straight man across. Screen.
Yep. And he's getting lots of pressure, and he's not going to get rid of it. Pressure applied by number 20, Devin Brantley from Charles Drew, and eventually brought down by Ricky Thompson of Morrow. Those two guys were bearing down on Jacquez Evans, and that's going to bring up 3rd and goal from the 36. That's not something you hear every day.
That was a loss of 17 on the play right there, Coach.
So what looked like a very promising drive for APS has turned into some
nightmare. That's what it's turned into.
So his doubles again. Evans waiting on the snap. He drops. 6-man protection. And he's brought down. I'm not sure if the ball came loose or not. They're going to say incomplete.
Incomplete pass.
But, again, number 28, Ricky Thompson. I'll tell you what, if I'm the offensive coordinator for APS, I'm going, can somebody please block number 28? That would be very helpful. Surprisingly, 28 was not a number that came up when we were talking to the coaches.
They were sandbagging us, Coach.
I don't think Coach Weeks wanted to brag on his own guys, and maybe that's what it was.
Into punts number 44. Sheath Shakir. And he drives it into the end zone.
Well, that ball's going to be brought out. He was close. That ball's going to be brought out to the 20-yard line. Where Clayton County's going to get a fresh start right there.
That was a 36-yard punt, net of 16.
So, coaches, talk to me a little bit about you open up the kickoff, open up the whole game with an 88-yard kickoff return, and everything's kind of settled down. With 4:31 on the clock in the first quarter, these two teams definitely. I mean, they're doing instant replay. They're taking the game very seriously on both parts. Do you feel like they're kind of just getting there in their trenches at this point and kind of getting the feel of the game and might stay 7-0 for a while?
I think we'll start to see more scoring, probably mid-second quarter.
Okay.
That would be my guess. Just because, like you said, I think they're kind of feeling each other out right now. Trips into the boundary. Quick RPO action right there, and that's almost picked off by a defensive lineman. That's number 42, Johnny Hudson out of Washington. Johnny came through and looked like he batted that ball down. But
as he ran by, he yelled, "Nice set."
Yeah, because that was not good. Somebody needs to get a hand on that guy.
So interesting, Clayton County goes into the huddle right here. See if they've got something special dialed up.
It does seem odd. That's funny that we say the huddle's odd.
Yes.
Slot left, sniffer left. Quarterback keep.
Hello.
Okay, that's number 11 on the carry right there. Rayshawn Miser out of Forest Park. How did Forest Park finish up this year? 3-7. 3-7? Well, you know, that's a vast improvement over recent years past.
First down for Clayton County, their second first down of the game. APS has 3 first downs.
That was a nice run by Miser.
Good blocking, too. Really nice hole right there.
I haven't had an opportunity to watch a whole lot of Clayton County football this year, so I didn't really keep up with everybody. Slot left, sniffer left. Back also to the left.
Looks like they found something with this set.
And there's a delayed game. See, I thought the last one would have been delayed, and I thought this was very quick.
– Referees, Coach, what can you say?
I could say a lot of stuff, but not on the air.
They found a little something with this sniffer back look right here. I'm betting this is RPO.
There's a snap.
No, it's counter. Or one back power is really what it was.
Ball's on the ground.
He's down.
They're going to say he was down. But it's going to be a pickup of 5.
Yes, sir.
So now we're back to where we started.
And that's 17 yards rushing on the last 2 plays for Clayton County. So, let's see what they stick with right here. I would have bet the house on a RPO right there, but, as of right now, they found a little something in this formation. They just marked the ball ready for play, so let's see.
All right, here they come. Slot right. Move the sniffer to the right. Although he's lined at more of a wing spot at this time.
Sprint out.
Stretch. And
nice cut.
Golly. But good job closing right there by Atlanta Public Schools defense.
So you got back to the line of scrimmage on that?
Yeah. Well, it looked kind of promising, but didn't turn out that way. No, I could use a Zip Fizz. There's some in the bag. Well, they're one of our sponsors. Right, we really appreciate everybody joining us here. It's 7-0 APS.
Got 3rd down and 9 coming right here for Clayton County.
With 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
They gave him a yard gain on that. That's the greatest 1-yard run in the history of football.
Yeah, that was pretty good. All right. Timeout, Clayton. They're going to take a timeout right here. Well, it's 3rd and 9, Coach Chapman. What you got right here?
Shallow cross.
Can you explain the shallow cross, Coach Chapman?
Yeah, you're going to run a receiver. You're going to run a receiver down the heel line of the defensive lineman.
Yeah, I asked him, hey, what would you like? He said, shallow cross, and just dead silence.
Yes.
And the people in the group were like, shallow cross, what are you talking about? You know, I brought up some little stats here on the right-hand side with APS. APS has 11 teams playing in this game tonight. 6 of those teams made the playoffs. Only one of the 6 actually made it to the second round. That was Douglas out of Atlanta. So it was definitely very interesting in that manner. So it's very interesting percentage-wise. They're 53 and 64 with a 45% winning percentage. Second best within the 4 teams playing.
There's a snap.
It's not.
Quarterback drops, throws across the middle, and there's nobody there.
Tried to run stick concept where they run a guy in and then bring in somebody behind him on a dig route. Had pressure a little bit in his face right there. Probably threw it before he wanted to.
Yeah, Miser threw into kind of nothing.
So it's going to bring up the second punt attempt for Clayton County.
Jalen Lay back to punt for Clayton.
And we've obviously been throwing a curveball in this game because they're not playing the punt as live.
And Tony Jones back at his own 34-yard line waiting to punt. I wonder if the band's made up from one school or if it's an all-star band.
That would be cool.
I bet you'd have to practice a lot, though.
You would.
Ball punted and caught by Tony right there at the 31.
41-yard punt right there. And that'll bring up 1st and 10 for APS at their own 26-yard line.
Well, let's see what the offense has in store for us right here. Looks like they're going to start with Juan Powell at running back. I believe they've changed quarterbacks as well. Is that number 13, the quarterback? Trips to the right. Mr. Powell starts left and then slips coming back to the right. I will tell you, that's one of the things about the low-pile turf.
Yes.
Sometimes it is very slick.
Looks like a loss of 1 on the play.
And that is Deontay Maxwell at quarterback from Carver.
And they gave him no gain. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 10 right here, Coach.
Doubles. Uh-oh.
Everybody
right,
moved.
Yeah. Right tackle especially.
An old friend of ours would have yelled, "You cheated."
Yep. Well, you know, the first game penalties plagued both teams eventually.
Yes. But it ended up being the undoing of the South Fulton team. And so far it's kept this game at 7-0 because it would have been 14-0 outside of the holding call. So 2nd and 15 right here. Inside wide receiver screen, played well. Very nicely played by the Clayton County defense right there. Going to be a 2-yard loss.
Good job by Jamal Hill coming up from his safety spot and just sticking his nose up in there. I will say that sometimes that will come back to bite you.
Yes. I will say this. I've never seen a stat line where the other team completions are for 0, minus, or 2 for 4 for -1 and -2 yards. That's new.
Doubles. Maxwell drops, rolls to his left, throws back across the middle.
That was
and
picked
that's going
off
to be picked
by number
by
3.
Jamal Hill, number 3 from Morrow.
Nice play. That is a great play. A great play.
He's a big kid. When I say big, very tall.
Yeah, he looks like a linebacker playing safety.
I remember seeing him this summer and thinking, man, he's awfully big.
Our kids thought that too. So now Clayton County takes over at the plus 39-yard line with 11 seconds to go in the first quarter, and we got the sudden change again, Coach.
Well, and you've got 2 turnovers, both times on the own team, on teams turning over on their half.
That's right. I know Coach Smith is aching to run something crazy right here.
Chris Clark at quarterback in the gun. Trips into the boundary.
Go route.
Throws it out to the left. That's Jalen Lay, sorry. Jalen making up for that fumble from earlier. Just hang it up for the big man. Let him go get it.
From the 39 down to the 4, that's a 35-yard completion right there, and that'll take us to, well, it should take us to the second quarter.
Well, I don't think so. Well, they're having trouble. They're debating on setting the chains or not. The guys with the chains realize they don't need the chains. And there's a signal to wind the clock, and we're going to flip ends right there, folks. All right, let's take a look at that last play. And while we're waiting. Okay, we're going to say nope on that one. Just fooling.
Well, you know, it appears that the Clayton County version of, you know, sudden change is to throw it deep to a really tall receiver.
Well, they put the trips into the boundary.
Sure did.
You got a singled up top. You know, that's one of the things is that in this game you have to play 4-3, and you can play cover 3, cover 2, or cover 0. Well, you know, as athletic as a lot of these kids are, I'm sure a lot of these kids are used to playing 0.
Yep.
Which is pretty common these days.
Now, if I'm an OC and you're going to play 0 or man, and I feel like I've got a mismatch, I'm going to run exactly what they ran until you prove you can stop it.
Well, not just that, but if you're really looking at straight man, once you start lining up in trips, if you'll put trips into the field,
yep,
and now you've got a linebacker, take your fastest guy and put him on the inside. Now you got a linebacker. There's a huge mismatch, and
yes,
any kind of down the field route that's going to any kind of read route, that guy is toast.
So we got 1st and goal right here from the 4-yard line.
Pro right with a sniffer. Motion coming from right to left. There's a snap.
Power pass.
Clark rolls right and throws it into the grass.
Oh, he had him too. Great call. Just a great call right there.
Sometimes it's hard to throw on the run.
Mm-hmm.
That pass intended for number 40, Jeremiah Thurman from Lovejoy. Not really broken up. The coverage was okay. He had a man in tow behind him, but if that ball gets placed out in front of him, it's no contest. Oh, I love football. Pro right, sniffer right, little give up the gut. Man,
Power.
just plowed his way. I thought he got in.
Down to the 1/2-yard line.
Okay, those guys have amazing eyes because I'm sitting way up here and I couldn't see where he was. Okay, did they just change their mind?
3rd and goal from the 1 right here. I'd like to see something very similar.
Yeah, I don't know why you would change.
Are they under center? Quarterback sneak.
Yep. And
That's a
there's
touchdown.
a flag.
They're going to call everybody wasn't set.
Well, if I'm the Clayton County coach and they said everybody wasn't set, I'm going to say the band was playing.
And you would be right.
I'm going to say I couldn't hear anything because the band was playing. They're not allowed to play when I'm on offense. These are the rules, my friend.
Legal shift. So now 3rd and goal at the 1 becomes 3rd and goal at the 6.
I'm still making that same argument.
Mm-hmm.
see one of the assistant coaches trying to talk to the referees.
They better get this snap off because I think they marked it ready for play.
Yeah, they're taking a really long time. There's the timeout. So Clayton County takes their first timeout. Well,
I think that's their second timeout, isn't it?
I can't see that far. Yes. I've been told, yes, it is indeed the second timeout. We got 2 confirmations on that.
Well, that's how a team works.
That's right. As we always say at my house, teamwork makes the dream work.
There it is.
Although my team players at the house aren't always on board. The team concepts for 4- and 5-year-olds are not always the same as the rest of the world.
I've got a team concept at my house where my 9-year-old thinks that she is the team, and it should be about her.
Well, we've got some of that going on. I have a girl that's quite the diva herself.
But she's 9 months.
Yeah, this is true. And in case you're wondering, I am indeed old. God has a sense of humor.
So what you got right here on 3rd and 6?
3rd and 6. That's tough to say, man.
I'm throwing the fade.
To number 1?
Yes.
That's not what they're doing. He's lined up inside.
This is fixing to be motion out and try to get him on pop pass.
There's a snap.
Oh, wide open. And he man.
Just give it to him. Clark throws, ball intended for Dayton Wade from Lovejoy, and Wade by himself in the corner of the end zone. Clark just can't connect.
So we're going to get a field goal attempt right here.
Here comes Lewis Grievous on the kick. Lewis from Muddy's Mill High School. But that stinks. He's by himself.
They had 3 touchdowns on that drive. The first play, the quarterback sneak, and then that play. And they're going to hope to come out with 3 right here, Coach.
Looks like Jalen Lay's going to hold. Good snap, hold. Kicks up and good.
Yes, sir.
Despite there being no rush, and you think, well, there's no chance of anybody stopping this, we actually saw Muskogee County block a kick because somebody jumped.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't rush at all. They stood on their side and jumped
And blocked the kick.
That would have won the game. So, with 10:55 left in the second quarter, it's 7-3. APS over Clayton County. Well, here comes the most dangerous play in football.
So far it has been today. Most exciting, too.
I tell you what, if I couldn't kick it in the end zone, I would squib it.
Or we would line it up and pooch it down to the 30-yard line and make them call fair catch.
You know, that's the thing about an all-star game. You know, when we line up to kick, one of the things I always look for is that's one of the things I do is figure out where we're going to kick the ball. I always look for the guy somebody's trying to hide on special teams. And in an all-star game, not a whole lot of that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's definitely guys that are less dangerous than others, but I might onside it. I wonder if there are rules against onside kicking.
I'm sure there are until certain times on the clock.
But I would probably try to put it right outside the numbers at about the 30.
Looks like that's what they tried to do, and it's still going to end up in Mr. Jones's hands.
And there he goes. And see ya. The only person that's got a chance to catch him is Jamal. He's still spinning. He's going. Are there any flags? I don't see anything.
None.
My goodness. And he's doing the motorcycle thing too. I'm not sure what that's called. But apparently that's a thing now.
So
Tony Jones gone yet again. Who needs offense when you got kick return? My word.
88 and 82 yards for touchdowns.
He's having a great total day offense anyway.
He is. And he's the early leader in the clubhouse right now.
I would say player of the game right now in the front of the pack, Tony Jones. His 170 yards of kick returns.
Yep.
All right. All right, here comes the kick right here. All right. And we're going to watch. You know, we were just saying don't kick it to Tony Jones again. And watch him come up through right here. He's going to exploit the middle again. As he comes through, you can see he's going to get up in the crowd. And he's just running. That's all he has to do is just run. Now, as he gets down here, it looks like he might get corralled, but he breaks a tackle, and then there he goes. Great run by Tony Jones. He's player of the game right now.
Oh, yeah, with 2 kickoff returns for a touchdown, definitely so.
What's that, 170 yards in returns for him now? That's a little ridiculous. If I'm on the sideline, I'm irate. I'm like, why are we kicking it to that guy?
Let us start at the 45, kick the ball on the ground.
The defensive coordinator's over there breaking stuff, going, give us a chance. Breedlove out to kick for APS. I say Breedlove. That looks like maybe number 4.
Can we have back-to-back?
And there's the kick. Here he comes.
Got to make one guy miss.
Number 21 around the left side. Oh,
wow.
Don't stop. Tavius Clemens tries to come around the left side.
He made the mistake of stopping.
I wonder if Tavius is related to Saeed Clemens. He was at Morrow when I was at Morrow. I wonder if they're siblings or cousins.
Well, the kickoff return yardage is definitely leaning towards the APS right now.
That was a good kick right there by Tony Hines and well covered by APS.
If you're Clayton County right here, you got to go score. Got to go score.
There's no question about that. I'll tell you what, this place has got good acoustics.
It does, really good.
There's a snap.
Screen.
RPO.
Got him.
There we go, out to the right side. That pass caught by number 5. 6, close. Tyreek Presley out of Drew.
Gain of 11 and a first down.
There it is. Move the sticks. Just move the sticks, fellas. Quarterback in the gun, double set for Clayton. There's the
Same
snap.
look.
Quick give. Right there.
Gain of 5 right there.
Thomas Williams, the quarterback now. That ball carried by number 26, Zacchaeus Scott from Lovejoy. Is he any relation to Chris?
No. If he is, then Chris got all the height.
Yeah, that happens.
Second and 5 right here. Doubles.
Williams in the gun. Fakes the zone. Rolls to his right. Is getting pulled down.
Oh,
that was almost a great catch. Pass intended for number 24, Brendan Williams from Lovejoy. How's the Clayton County All-Star team selected? Do you know?
I do not.
Is there a camp? That's something I'd like to find out. Because there's a lot of really good players there in Clayton.
Yes, there are. Third down conversions, Clayco has yet to get one.
Here we go. We'll see what we got. Empty. Trips to the field. There's a snap.
Quarterback draw.
And there he goes. And he's going to be short.
Until they shove him forward.
Just barely. I mean, it's close.
Real close.
Like 4th and less than 1.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you what, I mean, you might think about going for it right here.
I would.
4th and less than 1. You've turned them back from your own goal line.
Yep.
You know you got to get on the board.
Gonna get a timeout right here by the APS squad. All right, so let's recap how we've got here with 8:33 in the second quarter. The game started off with a bang, Coach. 88-yard kickoff return by Tony Jones. And then, the game kind of slowed down. APS did have a nice drive that ended up going into a nightmarish spiral.
Backwards turn.
Yeah, due to a holding call that, took a touchdown off the board. And then a punt that went in the end zone that, netted a 16-yard punt. After that, the Clayton County team got a nice drive, or Clayton County team punted. There was a series of punts and turnovers, and after a great interception by Jamal Hill from Morrow High School, Clayton County turned that into a field goal. And after the field goal, Mr. Jones struck again with another 82-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. So that's how we sit at 14-3 here with 8:33 to go in the second quarter. And now we have 4th down, and it looks like somebody jumped off sides.
Yeah. The quarterback set in the gun, ran up, and got under center, and gave a count, and drew APS off sides.
Great play.
And, a lot of times if you just hurry, if you change your pace.
Yep.
I know that's one of the,
meeting of the minds over there on the Clayton County sideline to call this first down play.
That's not one of those things you can prepare for. You just don't have the practice time to prepare for stuff like that. Because I know that's one of those things that you work on is changing the pace and making sure everybody reacts properly. There's a snap, quick give off the right side.
God. That was an ugly-looking tackle right there.
Yeah, it's a good thing he fell when he did.
Yep.
That ball carried by number 19, Javion Jackson from Mundy's Mill.
Gain of 2, bring up 2nd and 8.
Yeah, he was in an awkward position when he got tackled.
Yeah, it was that could have been really bad.
That's one of those things where you're going, fall, fall, fall. Just don't get hurt, just fall. All right. Williams at quarterback. Doubles. There's a snap, and there goes Williams off the right side.
Quarterback lead. Hello.
And he kind of bounced off of that. That was pretty good because the safety came up hard.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it didn't seem to phase him too badly. He kind of pinballed around there because Mr. Williams is not a huge guy. Who's the safety that came up on that?
Couldn't see him.
Kind of an odd angle. Did you see?
I did.
Okay. Number 42 was running the sideline jumped. As long as he was in the air, he was good. Quick give to Zakiya Scott. Coming off the left side right there. The left side.
Scott takes it for 5 and a first down.
I tell you what, so far it's been a really good day. This is a pretty evenly matched game as well. I'd like to thank Minority Coaches, Minority Coaches Association of Georgia. There we go, for putting on the Senior Bowl Classic. It's been a really good day so far. Doubles look for Clayton. Williams takes the snap, drops, looks left.
Going deep.
Lets it fly. And that ball well defended by number 21. That pass intended for Nick Manson of Mundy's Mill. Broken up by number 21, Monalico Edwards from Mays.
Monalico Edwards was one of the guys that we were discussing earlier before the game as a player to watch out for.
There's no doubt about that.
It's interesting how Clayton County has now run the ball 13 times and thrown it 10. You know, and you look at it, and these plays are starting to pile up because of kickoff returns for a touchdown. The APS defense has been on the field for a while.
That's one of those things when you score fast, man. That's the only downside. Quick give off the right side right there. It's going to bring up 3rd and long. But, yeah, Coach Miles was talking to us about Monalico Edwards before the game started. Sorry. Something struck me funny. All right, here we go. Trips. Trips left. Single receiver to the right. There's a snap. Fumble on the snap. Picked up by the running back, number 8, Bryce Frazier.
Bryce is going to lose 4 on that. That's going to bring up a punting.
21, sorry. Let me correct that. 21, Tavius Clemens picked that ball up.
All right, well, Tavius lost 4 then.
I don't know how I saw that. Saw 8, and it's actually 21. That's going to bring up 4th down. It's going to bring out Jalen Lay to punt for Clayton County. Back deep, the most dangerous man in football, Tony Jones.
He'll just be back deep to catch this one.
And he didn't catch it, but it worked out for him.
Yeah. He must have special.
He has some sort of spidey sense right there for when to catch and when not to.
That was a 33-yard punt. And APS will take over on their own 17-yard line. And this is, I mean, it's really getting to the point now. If you look at this, Coach, APS has run a combined total of 8 plays in the first half.
That's crazy.
8 whole plays.
I like the enthusiasm of center Jack Sullivan for APS, who was standing on the field and then realized he wasn't in the huddle.
Well, that's a good thing. He was at least ready to play.
There's a snap, quick RPO, thrown out fast. Pass complete to number 12.
First down.
Jamari Scott from Jackson. Nice completion right there from Deontay Maxwell, sorry.
And that's their 4th first down of the first half.
There's a snap, give on the zone off the left side. There's a helmet rolling around on the ground. I'm just hoping there's not a head in it.
Yeah.
Nope. There's a big man missing a helmet. That's all.
Gain of 5 right there.
That's number 76, Quincy Taylor, that lost his helmet.
Wholesale changes for the Clayton County defense right here.
Wholesale, you say?
I did say wholesale. Second
There's
and 5.
a snap. Quick give off. That kid's quick.
Stretch.
Nice play. That little guy is picking them up and putting them down. What number is that, 27?
Gain of 9 right there.
20. Number 20 on the carry, Xavier Morgan. Oh, it is 27. Jeff Powell from Washington. That guy took 400 steps. Man, they were fast.
Got their 5th first down of the first half, and as we get under, 4:30 here,
Playing way off the inside receiver.
Power read.
And it's going to be tracked down by number 53, William Rogers from Lovejoy.
Gain of 1 on the play. He's going to bring up 2nd down and 9 here for APS. And they're starting to pick up the pace a little bit, Coach. They must have heard me talking about the lack of plays that they have because of kickoff returns.
I think maybe you're right. Jaquez Evans, a quarterback, trips into the boundary. They're going up top, huh? Single receiver out to the left.
No, they're running the stretch over there. Nice.
Nice stiff arm. Good job running tough right there.
Gain of 2 on the play.
That's Tony. That's Tony right there. Tony
Jones.
Thank you. Tony Jones on the carry. Apparently a strong little guy because you can see he's not really large in his stature, but that stiff arm right there was legit.
Well, this is their third. This is only their third down in the first half.
The third down.
Yep.
There's a snap. Quick throw out to the right. Got some room to work
Uh-oh.
with. There he goes. See ya. Oh, he got hawked. The angle got him. Run out of bounds by number 23. That's Daquan Stozier.
43-yard gain right there on third down.
But that was Johnston Bronson on the big catch and run.
He was uncovered in the slot, Coach. Again, what we talk about all the time. A little simple RPO. They didn't have a guy covering the slot. He caught it, spun outside, and there was nobody left.
Justin from Mays High School.
Those cats from Mays are normally pretty good.
Golly, they were back there in a hurry.
Yeah, I don't think there's a gentleman's agreement to not blitz in this game.
That's Ricky Thompson on the play again. Again, I would block Ricky Thompson if that would be like a message
Yes.
to the offense. Like public service announcement.
Lost the camera.
Uh-oh.
They moved.
False start. You cheated. Flag comes out. That's going to cost them 5 right there. So that's going to bring up second and about 17.
And this is the same thing that happened to him the last time.
Yep, it's like deja vu all over again. Tell those guys to line up in a circle. All right. Deontay Maxwell in the gun. Juan Powell out next to him. And illegal substitution on the offense. I think they got one too many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep. You can't play with 12. Yep. That's tough, man.
So was it 2nd and 22 now, Coach?
Yep. There's a snap. Quarterback drops. Maxwell on the move. Rolls to his left. Throws to the end zone. And I thought that was almost caught.
It was.
By a couple different people. But it's going to fall incomplete. The good news is that APS lives to fight another down.
Did you see who broke that play up?
A bunch of guys in blue jerseys. Kind of a blue mob down there.
Broken up by multiple Clayton County defenders.
Claytonites. What do you call somebody from Clayton County?
Claytonians.
Claytonians. I like it.
Third and forever.
Yes, trips into the boundary.
Singled up top.
There it is. There's a throw. Guy came back, got the ball, and they're calling it a catch.
Wow.
We got a number on. Is that number 1?
Yes.
DeAnthony Ball on the catch.
That was 21 yards. I don't think it's a first down.
No, I thought he was just short.
Gained 21 on the play, and it was 3rd and 22.
But, right now I got an 11-point lead. 59 seconds left in the half.
Timeout.
I'm going to call a timeout and talk about it. Yeah, it's just I'm going to talk about it for a minute. Simply because You know, if the advantage if you kick the field goal.
Yeah, you're up 2 touchdowns.
You're up 2 touchdowns. But if you get in the end zone right here,
you're up 3 scores.
This game starts to get a little bit further out of reach for Clayton County. And, you know, you always want to go in on something big from halftime so the other team can go in and sulk about it at half.
Yep.
Because that's what you want. You want them to go in there and go, man, this sucks.
We've been down 17 points at halftime before in an all-star game.
Well, but I think it's a matter of perspective. And the thing is we know those guys from Clayton County, and they won't let those kids do that. But it's hard to keep them up when things aren't going well, especially if you're not used to that. If you're not used to being down and playing from behind, like it's a hard thing to do. So it looks like
Stretch or the quarterback keeper.
Here we go. There's a snap, the give, and he turns it up. He's going to be close.
Short. He didn't get it.
So Clayton County holds. So, like I said, you should have kicked it.
Yeah. Didn't you hear what I was thinking?
Yeah. Don't listen to what I say. Pay attention to what I'm thinking about. Don't listen to what I say. Listen to what I mean.
I hate to say this, but, you know, it feels like APS dominated the first half. But they're 0 for 2 in the red zone, 25% on third down, have failed to convert the fourth down. And, you know, Clayton County gets the ball to start the second half. So if I'm them, I'm running this thing out and going into halftime and rebooting this thing.
So what you're saying is some really good defense happening.
Yes.
Chris Clark rolls to his right.
Throw it deep.
Lets it fly. Has a man wide open.
Gerard Means
on the catch right there. Get down there and get set, fellas.
60 yards on the completion.
I mean, and destroyed as he threw the ball. Here we go. Clayton's got a shot at getting on the board right here before half. Clark drops, rolls right, lets it fly. It's a one-hopper to Jalen Lay.
They said he caught that.
Okay, we'll call a timeout then. And they do. So with 19 seconds left.
Well, that changed a lot of things in a hurry.
Yeah, it did. You have Atlanta Public Schools 14, Clayton County 3, but Clayton County on the move.
Yes, they are. In a strange that's the last time out for Clayton County right there.
Well, what you got right here? You got 19 seconds left. 2nd and 1. Obviously, you get the first down. But, you know, because it's 2nd and 1, I feel like you could probably take a shot over the top right here. But if you're APS, are you just guarding the end zone?
Well, I'm not, because those guys that they have playing receiver are catch and run threats. So if you just play back deep, the clock stops on the first down. So if you catch the ball and say in 19 seconds you run it down to the 5-yard line, clock it, you're going to have a shot or two to the end zone, and then you go, and then it's an easy 3. So, you know, what you're looking at right here now is, you know, they've got empty.
There's a snap.
Uh-oh.
Lots of pressure. That's what can't happen. That's what can't happen. And it's hard for the offense to even get set again. They're not going to.
Nope.
Blown opportunity for Clayton County. Great job by the APS defense right there to come up with that sack.
It was. They started the half with a sack, and they ended it with a sack. Pretty good.
Not too bad. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning into the first half of action between Atlanta Public School System and Clayton County. The score is 14-3. APS leads Clayton County. We're 20 minutes on the clock for halftime. Come back in 20 minutes. The clock is ticking. We're going to go away for about 10, come back in for the remaining 5 minutes to go over some stats. For those people that are doing math, you know that I'm hiding 8 minutes from somewhere from you. Have a wonderful time on getting a restroom break, grabbing something to eat. We'll be right back to watch the second half of this Georgia Senior Classic, sponsored by the Minority Coaches Association of Georgia. Thank you. I got a guy come. I know they stopped working. Everything stopped up here. Somebody flipped the switch. Pete Roberts coming down to restart everything. He's in the press box. He'll walk over there to. It's there. You just got to hit the home button. I got to teach all y'all how to work your iPad. Anyways, we're resetting it now. Second half. Okay. So you're live on home.
They call it an illegal formation while the band was playing. They call it an illegal shift is what they call it.
Was it an illegal shift?
Well, yeah, it was an illegal shift, but the band was playing. The band
You wouldn't be able to hear that on the instant replay.
The band can't play while.
I understand that. Don't show something where the band can't. What? Of course you do. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed the sights and sounds of the band. We listened to your comments on the YouTube chat line, and we said, hey, you want to listen to the band and not me yelling at one of my employees about Chick-fil-A and nuggets? I don't even know if we said that. So we're going to go over a little bit of halftime, a little bit of halftime situations here, so we can get an idea of what's going on and give an idea of, hey, and how things are playing out. So, Coach Chapman, talk to me a little bit about stats.
Yeah, we're here at halftime, and APS has run the ball 14 times for 80 yards. They've thrown it 9, completed 5 passes for 71 yards. Their average starting field position is at the 32-yard line. They've had 5 penalties for 30 yards, one of them being a very costly holding penalty that took a touchdown off the board. They've had 2 tackles for a loss for 14 yards. Both of those were sacks. One of them being a very big play at the end of the half that kept Clayton County off the scoreboard. And the big stat for APS is the 170 return yards with 2 touchdowns. Both of their touchdowns come courtesy of Tony Jones on kickoff returns. For Clayton County, they ran the ball 16 times for 31 yards. They threw it 12, completed 7 times for 135 yards. Their average starting field position was the 27-yard line. They committed 3 penalties for 15 yards. They had 5 tackles for a loss for 31 yards, and they had 28 return yards. So you can see the advantage that the Atlanta Public Schools has in the return game so far in this game. Coach Collins, got anything you'd like to diagram or show us on?
Yeah, man.
Well, when you cut his mic, you thought you were cutting yours. You cut his.
I cut
his.
Okay.
So
I'm 1 and he's 2?
It sounds like you're definitely number 2. Who does number 2 work for? Let's go. All right. Going to instant replay. Here we go. Talk to us a little bit about the 2 plays you picked out for us, Coach.
All right. The first one, this is Lovejoy. They got down deep. They're basically on it's 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line.
And right now the score's what? 14-3?
No, right now it's 7-0.
7-0. So you talk about a turning point in the game right here. This is an ideal turning point.
Okay. So, I'm sorry. There we go. Okay. So, they've taken the penalty. They had third and goal from the 1-yard line. They take the illegal shift penalty, brings up 3rd and 6, 3rd and goal from the 6. And so what you get is a little rub route action. You know, defenders call that a pick. But if you'll watch, even after the pick, you end up with 1, 2, 3 guys on Means because he is the man out there. And what happens is while all those guys are sitting on top of Means, you end up with Dayton Wade all by himself in the end zone. And all Chris Clark has to do is just give it to him. But instead, the ball gets thrown high. He jumps for it, can't get to it. And Lovejoy doesn't get in. They're forced to kick a field goal. Clayton County doesn't get in. Both the guys are from Lovejoy.
Right, yeah, I know. You got the blue helmets on. You're thinking that one. So, I mean, 7-0, definitely turning points of the game. They could have made it 7-7, went 7-3.
So now it's 7-3.
Right.
Well.
Yep, here we go.
To add insult to injury.
Yes.
On the ensuing kickoff. And I just talked about when Lewis Grievous came out that I would be telling him, do not kick it to that guy. And he kicks it right to Tony Jones. And Tony Jones, again, we get great blocks right here in the middle. Here, there, here. We're getting, really good job. And what it's going to do is going to open up a lane. And there he goes. And it looks like that they might catch him. Because Jamal Hill is closing in on him because Jamal Hill is obviously very fast. But he fights through that first one. He breaks that tackle right there and stays up. And to their credit, APS continues to block. Instead of watching the show, they continue to block. Special teams is 1/3 of the game and has been most of the game today. With Tony Jones, again, so far our first half player of the game with 2 touchdowns, one of 88 and one of 82.
Yes.
So that's pretty much the tale of the first half.
Well, you were talking a little bit about Coach Chapman, talking a little bit about the amount of plays that APS actually has ran. I mean, in the middle of the first quarter, you said they've only run 8 plays.
No, it was the middle of the second quarter.
Middle of the second quarter, they had only run 8 offensive plays.
Yeah,
correct?
and they finished up. It wasn't as bad. They ended up, they had 14 rushes and 9 passes. They ran 25 plays. But if you look at what Clayton County ran, Clayton County had, 16 rushing attempts and 12 passing attempts. So it kind of just, that last drive where they kind of ate up the clock and ran it down, they ate up some time, had a nice long drive, and it kind of evened things out. Because if it hadn't have evened things out, later on in the game, all those snaps that their defense played because of the 2 long kick returns is going to end up wearing them out. But their offense needs to make sure they stay on the field for more than 3 plays because, like I was telling Coach Collins, they've only converted 1 third down in the first half.
All right, 14-3, gentlemen, going into the second half of this All-Star Classic, Senior Bowl Classic here at Lakewood Stadium, brought by the Minority Coaches Association of Georgia. What are you going to have to do to win? You're going to be on the side of APS, and you're going to be on the side of Clayton County. Craig, talk to me about what Clayton County needs to do to win the game right now.
Well, the first thing they need to do is they need to not kick the football when they score to Tony Jones. Second thing is that I think they need to take some shots downfield. They were very controlled, in the first half. They threw a lot of bowl screens, a lot of inside routes, and they were trying to get everybody involved, I think, in that way. But when they went down the field, they had a 35-yard completion that set them up inside the 5-yard line that led to the field goal, and then they had a 60-yard completion coming off their own 5-yard line. Right. And, I mean, with their receiving core, if they can get just a little bit of time and give themselves a chance to get the ball down the field, it would seem like the best plan would be to attack the APS secondary, 15 to 20 yards down the field.
When you're looking at it, bottom line is Clayton County goes into halftime and says the only reason, you're up 3-0 if you cover a kickoff.
Exactly.
Because APS offensively has not done anything. Realistically, overall-wise, Clayton County's been able to shut them down defensively, correct?
Except for the one drive. They started,
right.
APS had a drive where they started on their 17 and they got it down to the 4 and had 4th and 1, and there was 51 seconds left, and Coach Collins was like, if they score right here, it makes it a 3-score game, but if you kick the field goal, it's a 2-touchdown game. They went for it, got tackled for a 1-yard
right.
loss, and then the next play was 60 yards down the field.
So, Coach Collins, talk to me about what APS needs to do.
Block Ricky Thompson. Let's start there. He's having a huge game for Clayton County. The other thing they have to do is they have to put together a drive. You can't go 3 and out because your defense is getting hung out to dry. You got to run the quarterback. Run your quarterback, add an extra blocker, and take your time. Be methodical. You don't have to score in a single play. And, it sounds crazy, but don't score in 1 play.
or in no plays.
That sounds insane, but your defense gets left out there, and sometimes that will really put you in a bad spot where you end up just trading blows because your defense is exhausted. In addition to that, limit penalties. Penalties have destroyed them. They've had several really good opportunities to score and put points up, and, let penalties get the best of them.
That's been the key. Their penalties have been drive-killing penalties. All right, we're getting ready to start the second half, Coach. What are you looking for out of the Clayton County team in this opening drive?
Oh, they're going to take downfield shots. I'm expecting some stuff like we talked about earlier where you're going to get a wheel route and then a post off of that and a dig up underneath, exploit in the middle of the field. And, on the flip side of that, I was just thinking one of the things that APS needs to do is they need to take advantage of Jamal Hill being so active in the run game.
Yes. Well, there will be no kickoff return on this one.
Well, you can bring it out of the end zone.
Well, I don't think they wanted to bring it out of the end zone.
I don't blame you. APS has pretty good kick coverage.
Mm-hmm. So Clayton County's going to start at the 20. It'd be interesting to see if they load it up and take the shot on first down right here.
Well, yeah, why not?
Give them a heavy run set look. See if they'll play press on the outside and then take your shot.
Well, and you got extra blockers in, max protect, and just chunk it down the field. Who they got in the quarterback? Clark?
If Clark's in, it's going to be zone read, RPOs, because that guy can run. I got to see him play against Mount Zion this year. He's a special run talent.
There's a snap. He drops.
And then they're going to take the shot. And
there
they got him.
Oh,
wow.
I mean, right off his fingertips. That was going to be a great one-handed catch, but just out of his reach.
Man, I like it when they make us sound like we know what we're talking about.
Just out of his reach. Yeah, it'd be nice. Almost like we went down there and talked to him. You know, bug the locker rooms.
Yeah. For anybody watching at home, we did not do that.
Yeah, we're kidding. But, you know, that's a huge play right there. Had huge play potential. The problem now is it's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, it's going to be – I'd like to see him run the quarterback right here because, like I said, it's fun to watch him. They get a little quarterback lead. He was very successful with that in the first half. Got him real spread out right here. He's only got a 5-man box.
Quick throw out to the right side. And that's one of those deals where that's just off the hands of number 26, Brennan Williams. Pretty good turnout tonight.
I tell you what, with the band playing, and there's a nice crowd over here. It's kind of like a real, and not saying a real game, but it's got a real high school setting to it. It's really nice.
That is one of the things I really enjoy about high school football, in particular in DeKalb, Clayton, APS, is the band.
Yes, definitely.
Doubles, motion from left to right. There's a snap. Clark rolls left.
He's going
turns back right.
Uh-oh.
Lets it fly, and it is picked through across his body, which is always ill-advised. And what happened right there? Okay, I thought that was a late hit on Clayton County, but no, it was another APS player that annihilated the guy that intercepted the ball to celebrate. I was looking for a number on the interception right there. It was number 21, Monalico Edwards.
There he is again.
One of the usual suspects. His coaches said that when there's something happening around the ball, that guy's somebody to look for. And he just stole one.
He did, and had a nice 15-yard return on that. Set him up nice down here with a red zone trip right off.
Unfortunately, looks like one of the big guys went down.
Yeah.
Looks like, let's see, maybe 53, William Rogers.
That looks like Big Will right there.
He's up and moving. All right. Well, they got Big Will up and moving. He might have been laying there going, is the crowd on their feet?
How is the crowd taking it?
How's the crowd taking it? That's great. The things the kids say.
You got a problem right here for the Clayton County early on now. You don't want to fall down 3 scores no matter how much time's left in the half.
So here we go. Got that tight bunch set off to the right side.
That's been zone to the right, or it's been quarterback keep.
That's Juan Powell in the backfield for APS. Quarterback Evans got his man, and just like that, that's like stealing. My goodness. My goodness. And just like that, is that number 11? I'm trying to see. The glare now is killing me.
Yeah. You're getting all the shine off the back flaps now.
I think it was indeed number 11. Okay. Or maybe not.
Well, there was your sudden change, Coach.
Indeed it was.
And they got all of us because we'd seen that formation the whole night, and we had said what?
Yeah.
Zone and quarterback run, and they came out and gave you the heavy run look.
All right. So let's look at what set up that last touchdown. Look, Clayton County's trying to throw it down the field. Had a minor difficulty there. Give us just a second. Okay. That ball's going to be thrown across Clark's body. He kind of threw it back, and, you know, you can't do that. Everybody's got too much time, and Monalico Edwards just had a chance to pick that one off. And then on the next play, you know, we had talked about that, you know, you either got zone or quarterback keep out of this look, so kind of zone read. But instead, they're going to throw the ball, and he throws it up, and just the ball gets thrown even inside. And the receiver makes a good adjustment, and there it is.
And that's what happens when you have zero coverage and you bring the blitz. If they can get it off.
And they did, just barely.
All right, so now at 21-3, you're thinking you got to score quick.
Yep, starting to look bleak. That's going to take us into overtime just because I said that.
Said that in the first game, and 4 minutes later it was tied.
It's 14-0 with 8 minutes left. Up, and that kick's going to go through the end zone.
Touchback.
It looked like he might try to field that one. You know, that's the only downside. You're down 3 possessions.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things I always worry about when you get down like this is somebody trying to do too much. Now, we've had a great day out here at the Minority Coaches Association of Georgia Senior Bowl Classic. That barn burner of the first game went to 4 overtimes between South Fulton County and Muskogee County.
Great game.
It was a great game. Ended up 28-20. There's a quick handoff to Zacchaeus Scott.
Hello.
And somebody introduced themselves to him really quickly.
Gain of 1, it's going to bring up 2nd and 9. So you got 2nd and 9 right here. Clock ticks under 11 minutes to go here in the third quarter. I'd look for something with a quarterback run right here, quarterback ISO, quarterback, you know, zone read right here.
There's a snap. Williams mishandles the snap and just can't get a handle on it. And so now it's third and whole bunch.
Yeah, it's going to bring up 3rd down and about 13 and 3rd and 12.
You know, that's one of the things. They haven't really put themselves in a lot of 3rd and manageables.
No, they have not. And it, you know, there have been a couple of plays in the game where you could see it where it looks like it's close to busting, you know, but there hadn't been one of those consistent things where you're getting 5 here, 6 here, 7 here, and just, you know, eating up yardage as you go down the field play after play. And that's a hard thing to do in an all-star game because you don't normally have very many days to practice.
Snap, Williams drops, quick throw out to his left. Got a man in some space.
We're going to throw that flag right there?
No, that wasn't very rough.
8-yard completion.
8-yard completion right there to number 21, Tabius Clemens from Morrow.
That's going to bring up 4th down and 5, unfortunately.
And that's going to bring out Jalen Lay to punt for Clayton County. And that's going to put Tony Jones back.
He's so mad that he can't return this, too.
I don't think that's him anymore. Nope, that's a new guy. 16, thank you. That's Terrence Morton from Mays. Maybe there's like a new rule, like Tony Jones can only be on the field so often. There's a kick. It's going to drop at about the 37 and be fielded at about the 30.
Wow. Nice punt.
Good job. Well, you know, the thing you can hope for right here is to pin them on their side of the field.
Or get your own turnover.
You know, generating turnovers is always a good idea.
And they've been close. They've gotten a lot of pressure, you know, and it's funny, we talked at halftime about not scoring in one play, and what was the first thing they did? They scored in one play. So, but, you know, with 9:33, you're going to have to get something, you know, done right here on the defensive side of the ball to help the offense. You're going to have to get a pick, you know, slap something out of somebody's hand.
You know, that's what really generated the offense in the last game.
Exactly.
It was a defensive takeaway. There was a pick six. Yeah, you're not going to get this one off. It's got to be a delay game.
Now the
trips to the field, stretch right there.
Nice.
And that little cat is fast.
And that was a nice hard run and a nice tackle. Good job by the inside-out player coming in. Good job of keeping outside leverage. Everything about that play was really, really good.
Jeff Powell can scoot.
And he runs, you know, with an attitude.
There's some authority, as they say.
He's not looking for a soft place to fall down.
Yes. I will say offensive linemen really appreciate guys that run like that.
It's going to bring up 2nd and 8.
Going to be a doubles look for APS.
They got 2 guys on the line of scrimmage down here. All right, now they go.
They fixed it. There's a snap. Quarterback drops. Tries to go through the middle.
Well, there it is.
Ball's out. Somebody's got it. Looks like Clayton picks it up. That ball recovered by number 16. Gerard Means. That's not Gerard Means. Gerard Means is wearing 13 right now. Okay. That's one of those changes. But there you have it. You talked about it. Generated turnover. And there it is. Okay.
Sudden change. They went deep last time. They got him on by himself up top right here.
Trips left.
Go
there
in
it
there.
is. He goes up.
Was it picked?
Did he just pick that?
Yeah, I think he did.
Oh, my goodness. He picked that one up off the ground.
Oh, wow.
So just like that, back-to-back turnovers. That ball kind of glanced off everybody when Means went up to get it. And I want to say that was Jamal Hill out there trying to cover. Nope, I take that back. Wrong team. But that ball bounced up. There's a flag.
They called a personal foul, crackback block, I guess, when he was running the ball back.
Okay. So after change of possession.
Mm-hmm. So that was an interesting turn of events right there, wasn't it, Coach?
Indeed it was.
Did you see who picked that pass off?
I did not.
So that penalty ended up being 10 yards as a half-to-distance penalty. And they will start at their own 10. And the same thing holds true right here for the Clayton County defense. Turn them over. Turn them over again.
You gotta make something happen.
And they're bringing
There's a snap. Quick give to Juan Powell.
The problem is when you bring it, if you don't get there and he splits you like that.
And he's going to pick up several on that one.
Pick up a 6. Going to bring up 2nd and 4.
Looks like they gave him 7, Coach.
Really?
Got a lot of guys wandering around the sideline there. Not sure what's going on. Okay, going to be a doubles look for APS. Quarterback in a gun. There's a snap. Quick give off the right side.
That's a really nice run.
And it's Powell just plowing. And now APS is in let's burn some clock mode.
Here it is. That was 7 on first down, 8 on second down, back to first down right here. So, you're under 8 minutes now. So, if you can eat up 3 or 4 minutes at a time right here, it makes it real hard because then you pretty much marked it down that you got to score every time you touch the ball.
Here they go. Doubles look again. A little RPO action.
It's the same thing. Wow.
And by not securing the tackle, going for the strip, they allow number 1, DeAnthony Ball, a chance to pick up what looked to be about an extra 15 yards.
19-yard gain on that and another first down.
You got to secure that tackle, let the second man strip it.
And the bad part right now is that, you don't want to talk about it, but you can start to see the frustration setting in for Clayton.
Motion.
Jet.
He still got it to him.
Yeah.
He was past him right there. Like, that play got messed up because he was past him, had to slow down, and then he pitched it out to him. I thought the quarterback was going to have to eat that one. Either that or run off the backside.
Did he pitch that to him?
It looked like it.
Okay, so that's a completion for -7.
Not something you say every day.
No, it is not. Clayton County's racking up the yardage and tackles for loss today.
Okay.
But nothing else is going their way.
Trips to the field. Quarterback drops. Wide open across the middle. And he's got some room. He's headed. He's got some help. DeAnthony Ball again on a big catch. And APS on the move.
Man, that was 39 more yards right there, Coach, and another first down.
Looks like APS is looking to leave no doubt.
Yes. They said, we heard Coach Collins' proclamation, there will be no overtime.
Really good protection so far by the APS offensive line as well. Snap, quick give around the right side.
There's a hold.
There's the hold. And Juan Powell runs out of bounds at about the 16-yard line, but that one's coming back. All right, here we go. We're going to look at that long pass right there. Little swing out by the back, and then comes back to the middle. If you look at it, they're playing one high right here.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning, when I say one high, meaning the one safety. Well, I tried to circle it, and there it went.
They got him on everybody went vertical, and they just found him in that inside seam.
We'll come back to that.
Shallow cross, got the back in the flat right here.
That's hard to deal with.
Picked up about 5 right there. They're having a really nice half throwing the ball. They're 5 for 5 throwing the ball this half.
Okay. But APS really found something throwing the ball here. But that holding penalty kind of put them in a hole.
Yeah, so you got second and long, but they did a good job of getting a little bit of it back.
Quick give off the right side.
Nice track right there. A really good play.
Tony Jones on the carry. Brought down by a host of Claytonians.
Gain of 3. Going to bring up 3rd down, Coach. And, we haven't had a 3rd down conversion in this half, but we've had some explosive plays and some turnovers. So, when you're 3rd and long right here and you're up 21-3, what are you thinking?
3rd and long, I'm taking a shot right here to DeAnthony Ball.
Okay.
I'm going to run the slot receiver dead at the safety or put him in motion either way. There's a snap.
Sack.
And he's going to be sacked because nobody will block Ricky Thompson.
Ricky Thompson's having a heck of a night, isn't he?
Again, I said one of the things APS needed to do was block Ricky Thompson.
Exactly. So now you're going to get a punt right here?
Well.
Yeah. They're going to punt this thing, see if they can knock them down deep. You're up 18. I was wondering if you were going to tell me that they should run. Oh, they're going to kick a field goal, Coach.
Man, that's
52 yards.
That's a long field goal. He can't hit from that far.
I don't know. Nope. But here's the other thing.
I watched him in warm-ups.
Here's the other thing, Coach. If you punt it in the end zone, where's the ball go?
The 20.
If you miss the field goal, where's the ball go?
The 39.
The 39.
The 20. I'm joking. The 20.
That was perfect. The 39. Only when playing the Falcons. So, if you're looking at it, I'm thinking I'm taking the shot on the first play again. I think I'm going to put Gerard Means out there.
You got to, man. You got to make something happen.
So, here comes Clayton County out. Their third possession of the half. Their third time starting at their own 20. It hasn't been a very good and productive half so far.
No.
All right. Referees are waiting for the chains. There it is. We had a chain malfunction. At least the down marker guy's been right today.
Yeah, there was no fifth down. That's a big plus.
No, you only get home with a fifth down in one part of Georgia. Two tight ends right here, it looks.
Williams takes a snap.
Hello.
Quick give to Zacchaeus Scott right up the gut.
Gain of 6 right there.
That wasn't Mr. Scott. Sorry, that was Brennan Williams.
That was a different formation, Coach. There was two flankers and looked like they had two tight ends or two guys masquerading themselves as tight ends, and they just ran right at them.
Flanks.
See if they go back to it. That's exactly what they're doing. See if they can bust a big run right here.
There's a snap. Quarterback keep off the left side. Williams doesn't find much room.
Gain of 2.
Going to bring up about 3rd and 4.
Oh, my bad. Gain of 1. So we're back at 3rd down again, Coach. Pretty soon.
But it's 3rd and manageable.
Yeah, but pretty soon you're going to have to start, if you want to win this thing, you're going to have to start, going from and running every play. You just can't punt anymore.
Yeah.
You got to make it to where it is. And they're going to get delay right here because there's no way they can not get a delay. Oh, unless he just marked it. So.
And now they're moving people. Yeah,
this is delay.
It's delay game. And there's a give off the right side.
Ooh, fumbled.
He squirts out, and there's a fumble.
I think they fumbled and got a first down.
Looks like Clayton recovers.
They did. And they gained 5, and they got a first down.
I'll tell you what, if you could do that consistently.
Yeah, man. Why not?
Fumble and recover it.
Sure.
But I'm not sure about this. I know they're trying to pop a big run, but, you got those dogs out there at receiver. I think maybe I throw them the ball.
Well, maybe if they're trying to get them to suck down and draw down so they can get an easy one. But time's running.
Clock, she is a ticking. Williams takes a snap, drops, throws out to his left.
Ooh.
That ball caught by number 15, Dayton Wade.
Gain of 5 right there on first down.
Yeah, starting to see some body language now. That frustration we were talking about.
Yep. What happened?
Nothing, just kind of a defeated look, that's all. I know the look.
I was just saying they moved the down marker back. Did they call a penalty?
Face mask.
It was a face mask. Yeah, you can't grab a face mask.
That's illegal in this game?
Apparently. Actually, did you know a face mask applies to any opening in the helmet? So technically, if somebody sticks their fingers in your ear hole and yanks you down, that's a face mask.
Yep.
Although that's a really strong guy that sticks his fingers in your ear hole and yanks you down.
Your neck is probably broken. So it's going to put up. This is 2nd and 1 now. So the penalty didn't give him enough for a first down. So
they're trying to change formation.
No, they did give him a first down. Okay. That's their first down in the second half.
So it looks like they have 4 solid to the right. Is that what I'm saying? Or is that just double tights? I'm trying to count people, but it's hard for me to see.
Double tights. They got the sniffer in the backfield. Flanker out over here.
A lot of folks around the ball.
Mm-hmm. All right, so it's 2nd and 1, like we said previously.
1st and 1, apparently.
Well, yeah.
Tried to go back with a counter right there, brought the H back across, and there goes somebody's helmet.
Now it's 2nd and 2 because that was a run for -1.
Okay. So, 2nd and 3 now.
I'm having a thought for sure they were going to throw that thing right there off a little play fake. But we're going to go to the 4th quarter, Coach. All right. All right. So, as we go to the 4th quarter, Coach, let's get a little recap of the 3rd quarter right here. Clayton County got the ball to start and threw it 3 straight times right off the jump. And it ended, they almost connected on the big play down the right sideline, and then they ended up throwing the interception. Had a 15-yard return, and then the 15-yard touchdown pass that, put us at 21-3. And then we had we traded turnovers.
Yep.
And then APS had a really nice drive working, and then penalties killed it again.
That's happened to them a couple times. Where they're coming down and it looks like they're really going to get something done. They're putting together a for real drive, and then penalties just send them backwards.
And it's one of those things where if this was the team that they'd had all year, you would probably think that was, a lack of discipline. But when you have guys for 4 days, things like that just happen. Guys are out trying to make a play so that they show up on film. Things like holding, face mask, those are effort penalties and things like that. You don't want to see the personal fouls and things like that. And we really haven't in this game. Not like the first game.
No, there's been a lot of penalties, but, not frustration penalties.
Yeah. It's been for the most part a very clean game.
I think so as well. That first game was a little bit chippy there towards the end.
Yes. You were nice saying a little bit because it was a lot of bit chippy.
But it had an exciting finish, which
It
I
sure
always
did.
appreciate. Looked like just straight quarterback sweep coming around the right side.
Ooh.
That
Went
was
from
Travion Johnson on the carry.
She went from 1st and 1 to 3rd and 6.
I'm sorry, that was Means on the carry
Yeah.
in the Wildcat look.
I mean,
I think throw that guy the ball. Don't run him with the ball. Throw him the ball. But it's easy to sit up here and second-guess people after I know what happens.
yes.
Doubles look. Williams takes a snap, drops,
Oh, no.
and he's going to be dropped for a sack.
Yeah. The guy, the left guard, got beat right off the jump right there. And, that's one of those things where, you're probably sitting there thinking to yourself, man, we had it 1st and 1. 1st and 1.
That big sack right there by number 15, Richard Benton, out of Best Academy.
I mean, right now it's turned into just a battle of attrition up front.
Yeah, it's looking bleak.
And if something doesn't happen, positive here, you're going to have a situation where the game could get out of hand. I know at 21-3, everybody's saying it's already out of hand. It's not really. Things can happen real quick. Wow.
Nice punt by Jalen Lay.
35-yard punt right there.
I do wonder what caused the change in the rules with punt, though.
Maybe
they agreed to something different.
I'm guessing they did.
But I tell you, I wouldn't have wanted kickoff to be live.
Definitely not.
Well, because if you didn't have kickoff live right now, it'd be 7-3.
Yes, it would.
So talk to me about the 4 scoring drives. Go ahead and throw that up there. When we talk about where we're at so far, just talk to me about the 4 scores that have occurred so far tonight.
Well, in the 2 kickoff returns, the first score of the game was an 88-yard kickoff return. It took all of 12 seconds. And then you had a nice drive after a fumble. You had a 35-yard completion that set up, the field goal where Clayton County had 3 different chances to score a touchdown and just didn't get it done. Then you had the 82-yard kickoff return. And then you had a 16-yard or 15-yard touchdown pass after an interception after the opening drive, on the opening drive of the second half for APS. And that was 2-yard gain on first down. It sets up 2nd down and 8 as the clock runs under 10 minutes right here at Lakewood Stadium.
Looked like Ricky Thompson made the play.
That guy makes every play.
The doubles look for APS. Quarterback in the gun. And the ball is like, it looks like it's hitting the center's butt or something the way it's coming out.
I think that one did. I also think everybody moved early.
Well, early bird gets the worm, Coach.
And the penalty.
Indeed. Well, it's been a great day here at Lakewood. I do like this stadium.
It's a nice stadium.
It is very nice.
Just have to move the clouds to see the game.
That, and they need to install an elevator. Doubles for APS. There's a snap. Quarterback looks out to his left, connects. Nice little throw and catch right there. Pass caught by, well, is that number 15? I can't tell because his hood's in the way. 19, thank you. Number 19, Ronald Mason out of Washington.
That's a gain of 7, Coach. They are perfect in the passing game in the second half, 6 for 6.
Well, they've been doing a really effective job running the ball between Tony Jones and, I tell you what, Juan Powell has been really impressive. There's a snap. Quarterback drops.
Screen.
And looks like it was going to be a little tunnel screen right there, intended for DeAnthony Ball.
And that's the first incompletion of the second half.
Ball just goes off his hands. He's unable to hold on. So they had to stretch out for that one.
And that will bring up a punt.
Yeah. Player of the game so far sounds like Tony Jones. There's the snap. And a high spinning kick. Fair catch called by number 23, Daquan Stozier.
That was a 27-yard punt right there, Coach. So now with 8:29 to go here in the fourth quarter, trailing by 18. What do you do right here?
Trailing by 18?
Yeah.
I start just going empty right, empty left, and
start drilling it, getting it out of your hands.
Well, throw your two-man game, throw smash, throw your 90s three-step, but we don't run the ball.
No,
we need the clock to stop.
We're not running the ball. And if they're going to play two high safeties like this, we're going to try to get some guy running right down the middle of the field.
Well, that's why I'm saying empty right, empty left, and just play the 3-man rule and just run right down the middle of things and right down Broad Street.
So, 1st and 10 from the 35.
But they try to
outside zone.
Give an outside zone to the left side, and not only does the clock ticking, but APS looked to be rather ready for that.
Yes. Loss of 2 on the play.
Hence the 2-yard loss. I will say, one of the things you try to do is not put yourself in a hole any further than you are.
Yeah.
But at this point, if you're really trying to win this game, you got to take some shots.
Yep.
Quarterback drops.
Oh, no.
That went off somebody's foot. I thought it was going to be intercepted there for just a second.
Looked like it hit the receiver running in stride, like it bounced off his arm and then deflected up in the air. Because if he catches that, the way they had that route designed, he's still running. I mean, that was nice and quick. Looked like it hit him right in stride. Of course, we say that, but we're also sitting on the blimp, so it might have bounced 3 times. We don't know. They ain't got enough people on the line of scrimmage. Now they do.
Miser in the gun. There's a snap. He's going to roll to his right. Quick throw in and out of the hands of number 2, Nick Manson from Monday's Mill. But that does stop the clock.
Brings up 4th down.
But here comes Jalen Lay.
To punt again?
Tell you what, the punters have earned their money today.
Yes, they have.
But, you don't want to give them a short field. And it's not like 4th and 2. It's 4th and 12. There's a snap. Kick. Nice. High spiral. Fielded at about the 33-yard line. And that's where APS is going to take over on their own 33. With 7:24 left in the game, it is APS 21, Clayton County 3. I tell you what, when we go back and we think about this game, Clayton not getting in right there and having to kick the field goal really, in my opinion, that was really changed the game.
Yes, it did, and there's no doubt about it. If they get in the end zone right there and it's 7-7, you're looking at an entirely different game, just from a momentum standpoint right there too, because they had just dodged a huge bullet on the holding penalty on the other end.
Doubles look for APS. Quarterback in the gun. There's a snap. Quick give off the left side. Nice hard run. Still up and churning. And this would be my whole game plan.
Yes, it would. Pick up a 6 right there on 1st down. Brings up 2nd and 4.
That was number 27, Jeff Powell on the carry.
And just between me and you, we would be snapping the ball at 24 seconds.
Yeah, definitely hold them in the huddle type deal.
Huddle, what's that?
Adrian Williams in the gun. There's a snap. And he gives it to Jeff again. And
nice run.
Jeff is quick.
That's about 15 yards right there, Coach.
That guy can pick him up and put him down.
I mean,
and just doubles look again. I just line up like this and run the zone.
I think that's their plan. They're just going to run it and see. We're going to run it until you stop it. There it is.
Pull 2 guys right there.
Wow.
And there goes Juan Powell down the sideline. Nice big run right there. Looked like a little counter action.
23-yard gain on that one.
Pulled the right side, got the big uglies moving. And I say that with the utmost affection.
Go ahead and tell them, Coach. You belong to that fraternity.
I belong to the big ugly fraternity.
I belong to the small ugly fraternity. Here it comes again. Tight bunch over here.
Okay, is it going to be the pass or is it going to be – it's got to be quarterback.
Nope, they're going to give it a stretch.
They give it to Jeff.
Nice play.
And who made the play? You guessed it, Ricky Thompson.
Wow.
Somebody should block Ricky Thompson. Although it hadn't stopped them. Well, realistically, they've only put up one touchdown on offense.
Yeah, that is true. No, it's funny. We were talking about the amount of plays in the first half. You know, they've really dominated the second half in plays. That's their 19th play right there in the second half, as opposed to 15 or 16 for Clayton County. So, I mean, but they have maintained possession.
Well, even if they don't get a first down right here, they're going to take this under 4 minutes. And there goes Juan Powell. Looked like he tripped kind of.
Yep. Got the turf monster grabbed him.
Because it looked like he just, like, went to cut or something and fell backwards, like somebody clipped the back of his leg.
Yep. That's exactly what I saw as well.
Because I thought he had some room right there.
Well, he did too. I think he tried to cut with his outside foot, tried a little jump cut, and his feet went out from underneath him.
Right now the dew's kind of setting in. The turf is getting slick.
I was wondering if they were going to do that.
Jeez.
Wow.
Nice play right there made by number 32. That's Khalil Murray from Drew. A little RPO action.
And he said, don't run that ever again.
However, the ball is caught in the field of play, stays in the field of play. It's complete, so the clock keeps running.
And they're going to kick another field goal right here.
Why not?
Yeah. There's no detriment to you right here. You just run him out there, see if he can knock this thing in from 47 yards. And
there's my guy, number 77, Jack Sullivan from North Atlanta.
There you go.
The guy that was so excited he forgot to listen in the huddle about what the play was going to be.
You always like guys that are excited to be in the game.
That's what you got to love about offensive linemen, God's people, salt of the earth. And they line up for the kick, and that's Breedlove out there. Snap, hold, up.
Moonwalk.
And close, but no cigar.
All right, as we change the possession and give it to the Clayton County team, we're going to announce our player of the game, and I want to go ahead and hit to the instant replay. Coach Collins, take us through the first kickoff of the game. Just kind of give us a chance to look at it real quick and kind of be able to acknowledge what impact this kickoff return had on the whole entire game and setting the tone.
Well,
and make sure we tell it straight.
Okay.
All right.
Here's Tony Jones right here coming up to make the catch. And what's going to happen is he's going to get great blocks out of his guys up front. You see the guys up front. Well, that's not what I meant to do. The guys up front are retreating to set up these blocks. And as these guys drop, they're keeping the guys in sight. And so what happens is you get this great center block. As you can see right there in the middle of the field, you got a hat on a hat. And then in addition to that, you got these three guys that are running as a convoy in front of him. And so what happens is they just kind of kick everything out. And then there he goes.
We're going to pin that and go back to it here. Just
right up the middle.
Hold on 1 second. Throwing deep.
Incomplete.
Incomplete it is. Now reset everything. I'm going to go back to you there, Coach, because you're doing a great job. Haikus will be written about you. Go ahead. Keep going with it, Coach.
And there he goes. And it's just him and poor Lewis Grievous, who's never going to catch him. No disrespect to Lewis, but he's a kicker. We don't expect kickers to make a whole lot of defensive plays. And that sets the tone for the game. After that, it did kind of settle down. However, after Clayton County was able to kick their field goal, Mr. Grievous then kicked it to Tony Jones again. And you end up with the exact same result, just 6 yards shorter. So touchdowns of 88 and 82. And he also had a pretty good game at running back.
From Carver, Atlanta. The head coach is from Carver, Atlanta. That's coaching the APS squad. And with 21-3 score, I mean, you got 2 touchdowns with one guy on a kickoff return. You talk about special teams being the most important thing on that part.
Well, and they obviously spent time on it because they had really good kickoff coverage as well.
Right, when you're able to actually show that and see, hey, that they were prepared to step back and do that. And it's a lot of times coaches don't take that to heart in these all-star games, so it's great. So congratulations, Tony. Appreciate you representing here with APS, and congratulations on being the APS Score Sports Player of the Game. Now, I know you want to give it to who on defense for Clayton County?
Ricky Thompson.
Yeah, I've never heard one man say that so much in my entire life. Every time I'm hearing is Ricky Thompson, Ricky Thompson. Now, where's Ricky Thompson from?
If I'm not mistaken, Ricky's from Morrow. Let's see. He's indeed from Morrow, and he was all over the place.
And it's amazing because guess who the head coach of the Clayton County squad is? He's from Morrow.
Coach Weeks.
Right. So we got 2 players that are really just standing out that are both of them coming from their head coaches. So you can tell that there's a little fire burning for both coaches at that time. So that's really great.
And that's the thing is nobody knows your kids like you do.
Oh, yeah. And you know what kind of get the motor going and where you're at on that part. So, well, thank y'all so much. I mean, I appreciate y'all as we're kind of closing out the game. I know some people, we had wonderful viewership. We're over about 150 views. People watching this game live, which is great on y'all's end. Y'all are doing a great job. Appreciate Minority Coaches Association of Georgia bringing this to the Senior Bowl Classic number 2. Bottom line, it's the second time. We were out here last year, me and you, Adam, and it's nothing but grown. I mean, I was impressed with the audience, impressed with what everybody else is doing, and we're glad that Score Sports was able to help out and bring that about. And the nice thing is it's on YouTube Live, so the kids can go back and watch it, and, pick at it, look at it, figure out what they want to use with it as well. Your takeaways from this game with a minute, realistically about 90 seconds going. Coach Collins, your takeaways from this game?
Great job by both teams. Both teams had big opportunities, and, APS was just able to capitalize on special teams because more than one time Clayton County was able to turn them away from the end zone.
Right. I mean, because the only thing they did was get this 16-yard touchdown. And what was that based on? A turnover. Mm-hmm. An ill-advised turnover thrown across your body and running for your life. And on that part, if not, it'd still be 14-3, and we'd just be talking about the 2 kickoff returns.
Right.
And then the missed opportunity on 4th and goal and not doing that on that part. So give us some final stats there, Coach Chapman, when you get an opportunity, and give us your final thoughts on it, because I know everybody's looking to kind of get on and jump off. But congratulations, from an APS perspective, hands down. I don't necessarily see them stepping in and becoming, realistically not coming out of victory. I'm not willing to kind of jinx that in that situation, but we can see.
Well, I can give you some stats right here. Clayton County is going to finish with about 170 yards passing and right at 35 yards rushing. And APS has dominated the second half, and I mean dominated it. In the second half, they have run for almost, 90 yards. And they had 80 in the first half. So that gives them 170 plus. They picked up their game throwing it, so they ended up with about 160 yards passing. So, for not having very many plays in the first half, they've kind of, doubled their offensive output here in the second half. Clayton County is, they've converted one third down. They got 1 first down in the half, and it's been one of those things where it's just been, they've been in really bad down and distances and things of that nature, and it's just been an uphill climb for them this half. It started with the interception, and it never really got any better.
Right, coming out of that halftime wise. Well, gentlemen, I appreciate y'all coming out here.
I cannot believe he threw that ball.
He did, and it's a touchdown.
Jeez.
Whew, that was a rainbow.
I'm just telling you, that would not sit well with me.
No, 28-3.
Yeah.
At least 27-3 at this point. So New Year's resolutions there, Coach Collins. Anything out there in your mind?
Buy bigger pants.
Buy bigger pants. I like that. More roomier. I like that on that part. What about you there, Coach Chapman?
Get a car with 2 side view mirrors.
All right. Yeah, it's the little things in life from a goal perspective. That's good. Well, gentlemen, I appreciate your work on that part. Appreciate my crew being involved today. We had Cheyenne Martin working the scoreboard. We had Jennifer mixing the boards. We had our art brought to you by Linden. We had our 2 camera people who were freezing out in the cold while we stayed here sweating in a room with 6 other people, Robert and Chris. Thank y'all for coming out here on Saturday, spending your time with us. But most importantly, appreciate Minority Coaches Association of Georgia for taking this event and making it something that people want to come out to. Because the Clayton County All-Star Game a couple years ago, you couldn't get people to come out to it. And now we're packed. And we're enjoying some football, and we're able to commentate it, be able to throw it out there. The kids look like, hey, they're very interesting. And next year, if this thing still exists, guess who's Clayton County's going to be playing? Muskogee.
Oh, really?
Yes, and then you're going to have South Fulton versus APS. It's going to be very interesting.
South Fulton versus APS might be an interesting game.
Oh, yes, because, I mean, you talk about right there in that part. So
yes, sir.
If everything kind of plays out, that's what will happen. It's 28-3, 28 seconds to go. I'm going to let the 2 gentlemen take it out to the end. Once again, Score Sports was able to bring this game to you. If you're ever interested in being able to want some help, broadcast your game, film your football team, film your basketball team, or film your water polo team, we'd love to help out with that as well. So Happy New Year to everybody. Y'all have a safe 3 or 4 days off before we start back to the real world on January 2nd. And with the kickoff, we'll get going here. Coach Collins, thanks again. Coach Chapman, appreciate it. I didn't have too many meltdowns during the producing piece to it, so that's always good. Any last thoughts, Coach?
I would be really upset about the touchdown.
I was sitting here thinking. I was just about to ask you, what would you do on offense right here?
Oh, my goodness. Like, I would probably be out at the numbers right now.
Letting them know they have a Happy New Year.
Oh, explaining that I was upset.
You want to know that you had a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and
yes,
you were definitely he would be on your Christmas card list next year.
Oh man, I'd be upset. Oh, there's the kick, fielded at about the 3-yard line.
There
he goes. He's got some room down the side. Big return. This is what Clayton needed 12 minutes ago.
59-yard return right there. Oh no. No.
Okay, everybody.
All right.
Everybody increase your calm. What did they say in Demolition Man? What was it? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
Enhance your calm, John Spartan.
John Spartan. Wow, dude, you went Demolition Man on me with 16 seconds left. That's something that's got to happen in game 1.
Yeah, it has been a great day here, and again, just another shout out to the Minority Coaches Association of Georgia for having us out, for putting on this great event and giving all these kids a venue to come and showcase their talents. Hats off to the kids, the coaches, the parents, who are all excited that they're putting one more out of the house, because that's got to be a good feeling.
I mean, this has been a great event. I've thoroughly enjoyed being here. We've had the opportunity to be a part of now 3 All-Star festivities this year, and they've all 3 been really top-notch.
Quarterback scrambles. He's going to head down the left side.
Hello.
God. Takes a nice lick right there.
Wow.
One of the DBs came up and made a nice play. Really stuck it to him right there.
Just wanted to introduce himself and say hello.
It was number 45 from APS.
Number 45 would be Chris Bowden.
That was Rayshawn Miser on the carry. Popped by
Chris Bowden, man.
Chris Bowden.
And it was pretty clean.
Yeah, it was a nice, clean hit.
Now we have a tight end, or we have a timeout, a tight end.
A timeout by by APS right here. This is one of those times where you talk to your kids where, like, hey, we can celebrate after the game's over. Let's keep our celebration off the field until it's over. And if you're Clayton County, I think you're over there going, okay, hey, we had a good time. This was a bonding experience. We had some good plays, but we had some missed opportunities. Act like you got good sense. Because I've had this conversation before.
Yep, we all have. I've actually seen coaches that will call timeout and bring everybody together around him and let them know exactly what is expected.
Well, because sometimes people have to be reminded in general, not just the kids.
I mean, it always happens.
Low snap. Throw right across the middle and in and out of his hands.
1 second left.
Got time for one more.
So this will be the last play of the game right here.
There will not be overtime tonight.
No, there will not.
Although we did witness 4 overtime periods in Game 1.
Yes, we did.
With Muskogee County versus South Fulton. What looked like was going to be all Muskogee changed in the fourth quarter.
Well, what are your plans after this, Coach Collins?
I think that I'm going to stop and grab a bite to eat on my way home, probably buy my wife and children some soup because they're all sick.
Fun.
As your scrambles, rolls left, comes back right.
Do not take the sack, Chief. Throw it away.
It's going to go down with a final sack right there.
And, that's kind of fitting the way it is because, the defensive line for APS dominated the second half.
No doubt.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. And that's all she wrote. It's been real and it's been fun, and it's been a real fun. Score Sports brought to you this wonderful thing by the Minority Coaches Association of Georgia, the Senior Classic Bowl. There we go. Senior Bowl Classic. Classic. Yeah. It's been a great night. Doubleheader is in the books here at Lakewood until 2019. Thanks so much. Be safe. Take care of yourselves. Happy New Year.